Welcome to GamesHUB, a crypto talk show with our investors, partners, and remarkable personalities. I'm Constantin Kogan, co-founder of GamesPad. We're excited to welcome a very special guest today, Cedric Shan, business development and ecosystem at KuCoin Community Chain, known as KCC. Today we're going to talk about MPC wallets, smart contract wallet solutions, and many other things. Hi, Cedric. Welcome to GamesHUB.
Hey, everyone. Thank you, Constantin. I'm Cedric. I'm a contributor at KuCoin Community Chain on the business development and project growth side.
Nice. So Cedric notified us, like that right now he's too good looking, so not to say anything to the girls, but that's why we're having right now his pro avatar instead of picture. So. But besides that, Cedric, so tell us a little bit about your background, Rhonda. How did you, really briefly, how did you get to KuCoin, and generally, how did you get into crypto?
Yeah. Maybe a little bit about my background. Academically, I came from a physics and also international relations background, so quite different. But after joining crypto and Web3, I had lots of experience in business development and also project growth. And I really enjoyed it. And right now I help many projects to develop their business with KuCoin Community Chain or KuCoin ecosystem in general, and try to help them grow together with us. About my personal story, I think everyone in Web3 do. I entered crypto because I bought crypto back in 2017, and I left there after losing quite a bit during 2018 until it went back up. So after that, I really started to seriously look into crypto and study the industry, blockchain industry in general. And yeah, I guess, Constantin, you have a similar story like this.
Yes, I mean, I lost some money in hacks and different marketing and trading, operations. So yeah, I think we paid our MBA towards crypto. So let's talk more about the topic of our show today, also about MPC and smart contract wallets. So first of all, explain us what it is in layman terms, and then let's talk about the difference and what problem each one solves.
Yeah, I guess I explain it in the easiest terms possible. So I guess both MPC wallets and smart contract wallets that's existing right now, they solve a major problem, which is multi-sig problem. And smart contract wallet, their core focus is on the trustless side. So they try to use smart contract like Genesis Safe to allow different parties to sign a contract before before a wallet can perform a transaction. And so that, however, that has some issues because for example, it pays a lot of gas fees as you need to do a lot of signatures for every single transaction. And the other thing is about smart contract security. So that actually is something that MPC wallet can solve on. So MPC wallets, their full name is multi-party computation. Mm-hmm. So they solve some issues that smart contract wallet can solve by providing focus on custody and also security. So that makes MPC wallets more attractive to a lot of institutions, because for institutions, maybe they don't have that much emphasis on the trustless side, and they want their custody to be secure, and they want more operational flexibility. So for MPC wallet, they host the operations off-chain, and so that could reduce a lot of fees and allows flexibility. Yeah. I guess, so there's actually one more thing that I want to touch on, but which is quite new, that happened in the Ethereum community, which is EIP 4337. That's Ethereum improvement proposal that can make that can allow a EOA, which is external account, which is a wallet, to perform smart contract actions. So like paying gas fees. So that is something that us KuCoin community chain will implement with Ethereum as well. And I think there will be a lot of use cases in this side in the future. For example, in future, maybe DeFi governance token holders, they can pay gas fees with DeFi tokens directly. And also like users, they can log into their account with emails or like their social passwords. So yeah, I guess there will be a lot of possible implementations for a lot of future dApps or SaaS systems in this front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's interesting. So I mean, obviously, besides your company, like it's a fast moving visual asset ecosystem. So there's, we have multi-sig wallets, right? So which are, according to latest statistics, they're losing adoption for multiple reasons. Like so there's no protocol agnosticism, operational flexibility. So like how, if you were to explain as a result of the shortcomings and comparatively more efficient design of MPC wallets, right? Like if you're maybe some other interesting like companies, practical examples that you see who already implemented it successfully.
Yeah. So for smart contract wallet like Genesis Safe, a lot of developers and Web3 projects, they are using it already, and I guess I don't have to emphasize too much on that. But for MPC wallets, yeah, I do see a lot of institutions are adopting it. For example, Fireblocks, they just offered a full MPC wallet service on their website. And also for a project that I am quite familiar with, Fortify, they're also working on an institutional MPC wallet. And their target customers could be like even centralized exchanges like Coinbase, or KuCoin, and also like Blockdaemon, they just acquired Zapier, which is also a MPC wallet service to devs and institutions that's using their platform. Yeah.
So is there any wallet like, or top maybe 2 or 3 that you would suggest to look into for someone who's excited and want to try it out?
Yeah, I guess for from what I mentioned, I guess Fireblocks, their MPC wallet service is already available. So
but that's for institutions mostly. What about retail?
For retail, I would say try Zapier by Blockdaemon, and Fortify, I just mentioned, they are still working on their product. And I guess from my understanding, there are a lot of project teams or companies, they are working on the MPC wallet side. So I guess there will be a lot more products coming pretty soon. And yeah, I think project teams, they should stay tuned, I guess. It could help a lot on their financial management side.
Yeah. 100%. We saw after what happened to FTX and many other companies like that, non-custodial wallet swiftly occurred, right? Safe, so like $800 million in net inflow. Ledger experienced multiple sales, so like all-time high in 1 week. After that, Trezor sales surged like 300%. Zengo had triple-digit growth. So we're clearly seeing that this is a new trajectory, and especially this this famous phrase, right? Not your keys, not your coins, right? The question becomes again, like what are the other attractive features that we have to look into it? So from what I've heard from you, so we're talking about like trusted third parties, so the data can be shared in a distributed manner without third parties. We have data privacy, so the data is encrypted, so that's it's hard to compromise it or be revealed by someone else. It's more accurate, right? It's the results, different more robust computation, right? What I think is, but I want to hear your comments about it maybe. So what I've read about it is that removes also single point of failure, so-called SPOF, right? Where the private keys are not stored in one single place. And that means for hackers, they need to work much harder, basically, because the storage is in multiple parties across systems and locations, so it's hard to penetrate, right? So they're less resilient on cold storage, etc. So any other things that specifically a person who's first discover an MPC wallet they have to look into?
Yeah, I guess MPC wallet, at the end of the day, it's still more for developers or institutions. But for retail users, maybe cold wallets like what you mentioned, Ledger, would be a pretty good, pretty safe thing to do in terms of protecting your security. And hot wallets like MetaMask, they are trustless as well. But yeah, there are some minor risks that could happen to that your wallet can be hacked because it's still hosted online, and the private keys, I mean. And also however, for retail users of like MetaMask, you can also use wallets like KuCoin wallet or OKX wallet that makes it very convenient for users to do cross-chain swaps and transactions, I guess. However, I guess for the multi-sig wallet that we just mentioned, it's more for maybe today you and I we start like a very small DAO or like a initiative, and we want to secure our fund and also be able to manage it manage it all together. So yeah.
Got it. Okay. So have you heard about like any cases where those wallets were hacked? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, you mean hot wallet?
No, not the hot wallet. If we're talking about MPC wallet.
Oh no, not yet actually. Yeah, because MPC wallet, they actually so their custody are run by like security experts and like security teams. For example, like Blockdaemon, and there there are quite sophisticated operational measures to do against hackers by them. So that's probably the reason why it's really difficult to hack them for hackers, and which makes it like institutions to trust them more, I guess. And at the end of the day, if they hold custody and your assets are lost, they are still held liable because they are an entity and you can find them. But I guess for us, more on the side, if you want a trustless system, you still want cold wallets, hot wallets, or multi-sig wallets.
Well, that's good news that we haven't heard like any big hacks with them, right? So just for this basic security for the people or peace in mind, psychological mostly. So in a decentralized wallet platform was launched by KuCoin, right, just last year, right? So are there any relevant details you can provide regarding this and how it relates to MPC and smart contracts?
Could you repeat the question again, please?
So KuCoin, KuCoin, you have a big ecosystem, right? So besides a centralized exchange, which is for what you're, mostly popular, right? You have wallets, you have multiple partners, incubation programs, and you recently, launched a decentralized wallet platform, right? So I'm curious to know the details about this part, how it's interconnected, how the users maybe can use it or benefit from it.
Yeah, we do have well, KuCoin Exchange, probably a lot of users have already used it, but we do have a decentralized wallet, which is a KuCoin wallet, and yeah, it's a smart contract hot wallet. It's very fast growing in terms of users, and the product is great and very convenient to use. I'm not on the KuCoin wallet. I'm not working on the KuCoin wallet side, but yeah, I would recommend the wallet because I'm personally using it and it's quite convenient to use.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially if you're using already KuCoin as an exchange, I think there's a very easy integrations and you can probably swap easily the currencies or, go in and out to some wallets from exchange and to the wallet. So Beautiful. I think, we will open up the floor to, for the audience, right? It's time to hear their questions because, they were patiently waiting for you. Yeah, so we'll just go and open it up. There will be questions from, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and I'll just read them and feel free to answer as you wish.
Yeah, hopefully got some nice questions.
They're amazing. They're tough. So I wish you luck. And I already see some of them are hardcore. So we'll start with the first hard curveball. So Glitch Trap from YouTube is asking, hi, Cedric, what are the chances of quantum technology to change the way we use Web3 wallets? Can this tech make wallets with private keys obsolete?
For this side, I guess for blockchain in general, I think the core innovative part and the part that can change the world is about the trustless system that it provides, and also the value it has in term on the financial side, I think. So on quantum technology, I've never touched on this part. However, I think in the future, if we have some very good adaptations of quantum technology, maybe the trustless system can apply on this side as well and makes a lot of new applications. For example, like before we have a lot of let's say AI technology or like art or yeah, and right now with a trustless system we can trade art by trading NFTs and store the files on that. So I guess it will be done in a similar fashion, but certainly differently, and yeah, depending on what technology it is. Well, I'm not an expert in this question, but yeah, I tried.
Well, you asked for good questions, so we're gonna send you more. Moxie from YouTube is asking, are MPC wallets purely for institutions, or is it possible for retail users to utilize them too? Would there be any difference in how institutions or investors use MPC wallets? I think you partially replied to this during the show, but maybe you can specify.
Yeah, I guess right now, a lot of focuses are on institutional for institutions, MPC wallets, because a lot of institutions they really want to they really want their custody to be secure rather than trustless. I think a lot of institution adoptions, for example, like for exchange like Coinbase, if they adapt MPC wallets, and the wallet users, they will be able to enjoy MPC wallet like automatically, because your assets will be hosted on the MPC wallet, and you and Coinbase or KuCoin, you can control these assets like all together. However, I think in future there will be some retail adaptations as well, but right now I see that it's mostly in institutions and also developer focused.
Got it. Entertainment TV is asking Twitter, apparently the safest way to hold crypto is having it on non-custodial wallet, but wouldn't this create a liquidity problem in centralized exchanges and inherently hurt crypto?
Wait, excuse me, could you repeat the question?
Again, apparently the safest way to hold crypto is having it on non-custodial wallet, but wouldn't this create a liquidity problem on centralized exchanges and inherently hurt crypto?
Okay, so from my understanding, it's that so having the custody not on the user's hand, will it create a liquidity problem? Is this a question?
Yeah, so I'll explain. So what I think, person is trying to ask you, like, the fact that people will hold it, like in their own custody, basically, right? So that will not be on exchanges and hot wallets of an exchange. That means use an exchange will, like, there's a huge outflow from centralized exchanges. I'm sure you guys experienced it, Binance, Coinbase experienced it, everyone, right? So that means less liquidity, right? Like, and less, kind of public information, like public out, like there's a lot of other like derivatives that are directly linked to liquidity, lenders, et cetera, right? So the fact that from centralized entities, it's coming to more like non-custodial solutions. So that means that, let's say I hold my own tokens, right? It's great for me because I'm secured and protected, but it's not great for you as a business. You understand?
Yeah, I guess for the liquidity question that I guess the fan just raised, I think it's different because custody and liquidity are quite separate. Because if a lot of users are trading on KuCoin, then KuCoin's a lot of tokens or trading pairs, they would have very good and deep liquidity. However, we don't actually necessarily need to hold custody of these assets. But we do want our users to trust our platform, because if you don't trust our platform and always withdraw your assets, then you are a lot less likely to trade on us. But it's less on the so for the custody side, unless the user agrees to maybe use subscribe to like a yield farming program or earn program, we still can't have access to those token custodies.
Got it. Okay. So the other questions I think we have more aligned to this are close to, so there's Gohan DB is one, if I'm correctly reading it, on Twitter is asking, there are pros and cons to everything. What would be the downsides of MPC wallets? How do they compare to the positives?
Yeah, I guess the downside of MPC wallet is that it's still hosted by a third party. Even though there are very sophisticated security measures, but it's still not it's still hosted off chain. And I guess for compared to that, smart contract wallet, they are they're completely run on a trustless system. So I guess there are some pros and cons on that side.
So yeah, there's one question also institutional. We already talked about it. So there's another question from LinkedIn. Mehmet is asking, at the end of the day, what is the safest way for a small investor like me to secure their crypto? Do we have a better alternative to hardware wallets?
Do you mean retail users? Yeah, I guess code wallets is like the most secure. However, they are not as convenient. Code wallets like Ledger, you can maybe put a lot of the asset that you want to put in a secure place there. However, like hot wallets, like MetaMask, KuCoin wallet, yeah, you can host your asset there for convenient DeFi usage or different types of decentralized usage. And if you want to use centralized exchanges, I guess some trusted centralized exchanges helps as well. I do think like after the FTX fact for there are some better standards rising in the industry, and a lot of exchanges, they are using proof of reserves measures. Even though they are not perfect, but the exchanges that can do that does show a lot more transparency. So I guess users you can choose like trustworthy exchanges to swap or trade your tokens if you want to use centralized exchanges as well.
Got it. So another interesting question, Rafael from YouTube is asking, what do you think about interesting safety procedures like guardian accounts? They have it on our Argent wallet. In which circumstances would this be extra layer of security?
I'm not sure about that this project specifically. Maybe yeah, I guess I need to do some more research on this. in order
So,
to.
so give you an example. If I actually, to be honest, I never tried it as well. But what I've read about Guardian accounts, essentially, think about it, it's the same thing that you can appoint, like almost like an insurance, right? So, for example, God forbid, if somebody is deceased, and it's your relative, right? And they marked you as an emergency contact in case, like, if something happens. So automatically, this bank account is getting to your possession. Basically, you become the holder of this bank account, right? So in crypto, the issue is, if you think about it, like with non-custodial wallets, right? And when you're self-custodying, right? So God forbid something happens with a person and you haven't shared the private keys with anyone. That's all. Like, so nobody has access to it. Like, it's secure, but then you cannot transfer it to anyone. So I think the nature of the question is, like, so how can you kind of create a system where you can appoint someone, but also in a secure manner, that there will be an event if this happens, something with a person, with a case of emergency, death, God forbid, but something of this, like black swan event.
I guess that would I think sometimes MPC wallet can solve that problem, and so a lot of institutions or maybe exchanges, if they adopt MPC wallet, you can solve that. Or like if you are using a centralized entity, then it can solve that problem. And also the part that I just mentioned, the Ethereum update EIP 4337. I think it creates.
Sorry, I can't help you with that here.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah. I think it would create some sort of implementation on the side that people will be able to log into their accounts using their social media accounts or email accounts. So when that happens, I think it will really create a mass adoption, and also people don't need to worry about, like, what if I'm not here? Who can access my wallet?
I couldn't find worry about in your Apple Music library. You can ask me.
Sorry.
Yeah. I guess, I answered. So
yes, you did. I mean, Siri is trying to talk to me. I think you activated something in her that maybe she didn't like.
Okay.
She's now like protesting about your MPC statements. Farah from YouTube is asking, are there any cutting edge wallet tech that will dominate the industry in the future, but we don't know about them right now? Maybe something you want to share that is of the books?
Yeah, I do think like right now, the some implementations and innovations around EIP 4337 could be very interesting. I think I do know some projects, they are working on this already, and I do want to keep it still, since developers, they want to, but I think I update them on my social media, and I let Constantin know.
We'll do another episode specifically for that. I mean, I think we've reached, like, we answered most of the questions. Some of them are very similar. So probably the last piece I would ask you, like, what is your view? Like, anything else you want to add, like, as closing words on how to make sure that you're still following the best practices and you're secure, but at the same time you maintain this level of comfort of using wallets, right? So there's this equilibrium that one has to maintain, and it's not easy. So because you have to choose something, either UI UX and comfort over security.
Yeah, I guess, like, do a lot of research, like do your own research definitely helps. And also for me personally, I host my assets on different platforms based on the need. For example, like for Ledger, maybe I will put the asset that I don't want to lose there. And also for hot wallets, maybe I do want somebody there in order for me to use DeFi conveniently. And I do use centralized exchanges a lot also, because like for better liquidity, and sometimes for different kind of reasons. I guess for trading experience wise considerations. Yeah, but however, I think in future there will be a lot of better solutions to come, and yeah, I think this industry is changing still quite rapidly, even in the bear market. I guess maybe in a couple of months or within a year, we will see a lot of more better solutions in the wallet space.
100%, right. We're excited, to see more solutions. Again, want to thank you so much again, Cedric, for your for your time, for your expertise. By the way, we want to use this platform really quickly to remind people, just in case if you missed it, we did this announcement that we integrated KCC in both of our launchpads, in both GamesPad and BullPerks. So now, we will start, probably soon, very much so, like, to see some more projects that are coming from KCC ecosystem. And yeah, later on, happy to work more with entire KuCoin community. We sincerely wish you luck with all your efforts, right? And I'm sure there's a lot of things we can do together.
Yeah. I guess in future, a lot more projects that can make the early community members earn money will be launched on BullPerks and GamesPad.
Yep. Yeah, and that's good news, right? So really appreciate your time, Cedric. Thanks you for the answers. I'm sure our audience loved it. And thank everyone for joining GamesHUB today. And we're gonna see you in about 2 weeks, 4 p.m. UTC, or sometimes we change this time right now. So today was like 1 p.m. EST. So please stay tuned. We're gonna be on YouTube Live, LinkedIn Live, Twitter Live, all the possible lives in 2 weeks here Thursday. So please follow our announcement channels. We're gonna have a lot of great things to share. And again, I will be excited to see Cedric in the future. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Constantin. Thank you, everyone.